All right, so lesson 14, we're multiplying fractions by fractions. So just like we can take a fraction of a whole number, we can take a fraction of a fraction. So I have 3/5 here, and I'm going to take half of 3/5. So what do? I cut it in half. Okay, so the total number of pieces is going to be 10, but I'm going to take a half here, like the half here, of this 3/5, so of this part. Okay, and I'm only going to look at half of that, which is going to be 3. So the answer to this question is 3/10. Okay, so looking at it visually in a different way. Okay, I have two different ways of doing the same problem. I'm going to take a half of 4/7. Okay, so the first way, exactly the same way. And now I have a denominator of 14 because I have 14 pieces. And now I'm only going to look at this part here. And so I'm going to take a half of this 4/7, and so that is going to be 4. Over here, okay, only because the 4 is even can I do this. If it was an odd number, it wouldn't work out properly. So I'm going to take half of that 4. There's still 7 pieces. I don't get these pieces anymore. They stay behind. So I'm only going to get 2 of those pieces. Now, why do I have different answers here? Or do I have different answers here? Well, if I reduce this by dividing both the numerator and the denominator by 2, I'm going to end up with 2/7. So they're actually equivalent fractions, so it's the same answer. Okay, so looking here, I have 1/3 of a rectangle. I want to take 1/4 of 1/3 of a rectangle. So I look at this first part here, okay, and I divide it into 4 pieces. Now I only get one of those 4 pieces, 1/4 of that 1/3. Okay, so how much is 1/4 of 1/3? Well, in order to figure the whole thing out, I just extend the lines. This is the piece that I get because I get the 1/4 of that 1/3, and the answer to this question is 1/12. Okay, so here is 1/4. I am going to take 1/3 of that 1/4. Okay, so I look at this first piece, right? And I'm only going to now get one of those pieces. So what does this look like now as a multiplication problem? So that word of, remember we talked about that word of as being multiplication. Okay, so I can multiply these. Now these denominators don't have to be the same in order to multiply them. So 3 times 4 is 12. Let's double check that. Do I have 12 pieces there in total? Absolutely. Okay, so that's number of columns times the number of rows, right? And then I only get one of those pieces. So 1 times 1 is 1. Okay, so make sure you do this part of the assignment before moving on to the next video.